Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Reslate Podcast, a podcast where we reslate the greats and roast the mistakes.
Hey,
I'm your boy CJ.
Joe Kill keeping it real with the beard.
That's with the beard today. And today on the Reslate Podcast, we are actually going to reslate one of my favorite Disney films, which, funny thing enough, when I think about my favorite Disney films, I never really think about this franchise being a Disney franchise for some reason. I don't know why. It just never comes to me.
The whole movie is based on a ride.
That is true. The whole movie is based on a ride too. So if you didn't get the context clues, we are going to be reslating the franchise Pirates of the Caribbean. So this is a franchise that had 5 movies total. Yep.
Yes, 5 movies.
5 movies total. So
you had Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yep.
You had Dead Man's Chest, which came out 3 years after.
Okay.
Then you had Dead Man Tell. No, you had World's End.
Okay.
Which came out the next year.
Uh-huh.
Then you had Stranger Tides.
Okay.
Which came out 4 years later. And then you had Dead Man Tell No Tales, which came out 6 years later.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out where's the timing with this.
Oh, I don't know. That's we need the timing. Oh, as far as what?
As far as the consistency of dropping them,
I
you know,
I don't know. That's
because they're all pre-pandemic, so you can't blame the pandemic on it.
No, yeah, that's true. That's all pre-pandemic. So, I mean, I don't know why they decided to drop them off in that kind of like weird ass order, but I mean,
because you went 3, 1, 4, 6.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, I didn't think about that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I mean, I understand why you kind of waited 4 years for that Stranger Tides, but we'll get into that one later.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just the timing. Maybe that could explain the 6 too. The very last one.
There was only 5 movies though.
No, the 6 year.
Oh, the 6-year gap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that explains the 6-year, but I never really thought about that. I really didn't really
You didn't harp on that.
I didn't really harp on that. That was something that was really didn't bother me. But I will ask you though, which movie of the franchise would you deem as probably your favorite one?
Oh, that would definitely be the first one, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Really?
Yeah, because it touched on like I always say, I'm a movie buff, and I like it to when if it touches on the main parts of an action film, you got me hooked.
Okay. And what are the main parts of an action film?
Well, a good fight scene.
Okay.
Which this had a great swashbuckling scene, couple of swashbuckling scenes.
Okay.
Great character interaction.
Okay.
And the pacing was good. It didn't slow down, but it didn't go too fast.
Okay.
So it had, like I said, in an action film, it's timing.
Okay.
It's just like if you watch people do comedy, it's timing. People don't think that, it's an action film, it's just going to run through stuff. No, that's just one explosion just going on and on and on forever.
Okay, then. Yeah, I mean, part 1 was good, but obviously part 1 was good because it started the franchise. I mean, I know it did way better than they anticipated.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just a great movie. Johnny Depp killed the damn role as Captain Jack Sparrow. So much, like I said, they even made an animatronic of him at Disneyland. So
and I believe there's one at Disney World as well.
I mean, it should be because he did a fucking phenomenal job. I remember him actually surprising people at the attraction, dressed as Jack Sparrow, which was freaking dope.
I think it was like before the release of the second movie, he was doing it.
Okay.
He was like he would go to Disneyland, and there were times when he was in the bed, like his animatronic is now.
Yeah.
He was in the bed, and then he would get up and walk towards you.
Yeah, he was actually in the attraction, surprising people, and he was actually like walking around over there too.
Yeah.
And even the characters right now who are playing him do a good job too. They're really dynamic on how they're doing his character, which is pretty dope. But I would have to disagree with you, Kills, because I feel I like I want to say it's the second one.
Okay, with Davy Jones?
With Davy Jones. Is that the one where they had the Pieces of Eight?
Yes, but actually that's the third movie when you find out about the Pieces of Eight.
Okay, no. So World's End. I can see now. See now I'm getting.
That's World's End.
So World's End then. So World's End is the one where they actually meet at the pirates stronghold.
Right.
I like that. I love the scene where they're like, present your pieces of 8, and they're like, and it's all pieces of like stuff they had in their pocket.
Everybody thought it was gold.
Everybody thought it was gold. I thought it was gold, but I thought it was cool to see this like pirate fortress and all these different pirate lords and kings and queens, whatever you want to call them, come together. Because not say every region, for the most part, every region was represented. Then they had a French one. They had Mistress Chang, like they had Chang.
They had
the
Chinese,
black one,
they had Japanese, they had the African. They had They represented the pirates from every culture.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, they did, and I thought that was really cool. And that the Pieces of 8 was a cool idea.
It was what they okay. So the Pieces of 8, which a lot of people thought were supposed to be pieces of gold.
Yeah.
The actual Pieces of 8 are what they deemed worthy of them.
I mean, I understand that, but one thing I was thinking about too is the only thing I didn't like about the scene was like when they explained like that Shipwreck Cove is a fortress.
Right.
There's no way to battle nobody if they can't get in.
Right.
And I'm like, so why did they go out there and meet them to battle in the first place when they could have just stay where they're at for the most part? I would love to see that.
Because the problem with that is yes, the Pirates Cove is a fortress. But if you think about any fortress that they've ever had, you run out of food.
Well, as I said, you said it's a well-supplied fortress.
But you're still going to run out of food before the other people. Yes, you will, because they can swap out.
They ain't swap out. They gonna ship all the way out and come back. No, people gonna be starved out by then.
What I'm saying is if they have prime example. So if they know they have them trapped somewhere, all you have to do is send one ship back to apprise them of what's going on, and let's say your ship can stay out for 2 months. They have 2 months worth of food on the ship. Every 2 months, you swap ships.
Yeah.
Eventually,
every
2 months, you swap out ships, which is actually less than 2 months because you have sailing times. But every 2 months, you swap out ships. So I can resupply my ships from land. You're at a Pirate's Cove where it's surrounded by water.
I mean, okay.
How you will eventually run out. I don't care how well supplied you are. You will run out.
I mean, I feel you on that, but I mean, still, I thought that was dumb.
See, I took it literally, where most people were like you, they were like, well, shit, they can hold up forever.
I don't see that making sense anyway, because how far they were from everything, so I don't see that even making sense. But that's no here nor there. But what I will say is, I did like that part, but I also love the part of it's one of my favorite speeches is when Elizabeth does her speech.
To get them to vote for the new Pirate King?
Not to vote for the new Pirate King, but she does a speech which is something like when they were about to go there and fight. And then at the end, they're like, somebody, raise the colors. She says, raise the colors and all that stuff. And I think that was dope. Like, I always replay that scene in my head because I love that when they all come out.
After they've sailed out. That's when they're sailing out. Then
they're already sold out.
Okay,
yeah.
So she's already the Pirate King and everything like that.
Yes.
Okay.
She's already the Pirate King, and they do all that stuff. And what's the name is oh my God, the witch, the sea witch girl, sea lady. Calypso has already done her little thing. She's starting to do that little swirl thing situation. And I love it when Elizabeth, you listen to me, listen. Butcher and gentlemen, raise the colors. I don't know. That shit just gets to me every damn time. So I just really love that freaking scene, a part of World's End. So that's pretty dope. And I would say that was probably my favorite one of the franchise. So that one, the first one, and World's End, but World's End probably over the first one.
Okay, I can give you that.
So for me, I'm gonna ask you. Here it comes. Which movie you feel like damn near killed the franchise?
On Stranger Tides.
he didn't even
no
hesitate.
hesitation. No hesitation. None whatsoever. None.
You know what's so funny is I'm on the same level. I think everybody out there would say Stranger Tides.
Because so you had Captain Jack Sparrow in it, but it really made no connection to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was more. I don't know if you've seen the movie, you know what the movie's about. It's the search for the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Now, in every lore book that you've looked at for the
Oh
Fountain
shit!
of
You
Youth,
better go to the lore. Here we go. Okay.
but you got to because it's based on the lore.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
It does not say you're swapping a life for a life, and that's what they changed it to.
Okay, I understand that. I don't think that is even the case, even with the lore.
Well, no,
if we
I'm
just
just-
say just to what the movie did itself.
Well, that's part of to me. That's part of what the movie did to itself.
But I'm saying that I feel like okay. What I'm saying is okay. What I want to get across is like that's like the most common person would not know that. Like that to this lore, that person will know that. What people would know is exactly what's in the movie and exactly how that happens.
Right.
So let's stay true to just the movie part of it.
Okay.
Without whatever the movies made it as lore. You know what I mean?
Got you. Okay.
So the thing that really bothered me about this movie was that how easily it is to get to the fucking Fountain of Youth. Now the difficult part was, you gotta get a tear
From a mermaid.
from a fucking mermaid. Like,
And can I ask a question over
what's
that?
up?
Why we ain't seen no mermaids in the first 4 movies or first 3 movies?
That's another thing, right? Like I didn't even think about that, Kills. Like we didn't see one there.
we didn't see a kraken.
A kraken.
We didn't see ghosts.
Yup.
We didn't see
a
zombies.
goddess.
A goddess.
But no mermaids.
But no mermaids until this movie.
Until this fucking movie.
Do mermaids just hang out in just one area?
Apparently, they know when the people come to the Fountain of Youth, they gotta be. And why if I wonder if the mermaids knew it was their tears that will allow somebody to go to the Fountain of Youth. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in this lore of this movie,
Magnitude, yes.
yeah, magnitude. Who found out that
Yeah.
you need a fucking tear?
Yeah, who lived long enough to
Like, I need a tear from a
verify this
to
information?
verify this. Like, who doing this?
Because I know if I found the Fountain of Youth, I ain't telling nobody.
And then my other question is this, right? If it's a tear, okay, if it's a tear that you need from a freaking mermaid,
right?
if the mermaid is in the water,
Right.
and they come out of the water,
How you know it's a tear?
how you know it's a tear? That's what I was like. I'm like, so that nigga just got some water, but it was fresh. It was a fresh tear. You know, they slowed down on it. You know, they slowed down it. But
Because she was dry.
She was dry. She was dry. When she came out of the water, her face was just all
Well,
dry.
No. They dried her out, remember?
Oh, yeah, they did dry out. Yeah.
But see, that makes no sense either. Because she grew legs when she dried out. So is she still a mermaid? And how was she dying?
This would make no sense. That whole movie was just like, really? So now, okay, so mermaids are walking. That's fine. They're dry.
Carl, I hate to interrupt you, but lore.
Well, I understand the lore, but I'm just saying, like, okay, really? Like, we got them. But, that was just strange to me. Like I said,
All Stranger Tides was just strange.
It was strange because to me, I always say, like, make it make sense. And what I'm saying, I think, like, getting to the Fountain of Youth should be a little bit fucking harder than.
Well, I think it was easy because the conditions were hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what made it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much getting to the fountain. You can get to the Fountain of Youth, but it don't do nothing to you.
So that's true. And then, like you said, you point out in the movie, it was a swap of life for a life.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of funny because it's really the Fountain of Youth if you're swapping for a life.
Right. You're taking somebody else's life.
You're taking somebody else's life.
Right. So basically, in theory, what you're doing is you're taking the amount of years that they have left.
Yeah.
But my question is this. How do you know how many years they have left?
That don't make no sense either.
Because I could walk out tomorrow and get hit by a car.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my life. So I got one day.
Now, see, here's
and on top of that, you're a pirate.
It made no sense.
So you don't know how many days. A pirate could be 13 and die at 14. You don't know.
This is that's what I said. This shit don't make it make sense. Like,
and
that's
why I said it twisted the lore.
Oh, okay. Now you keep going back to this lore shit
because it's yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Nobody out there know about this fucking lore shit to a certain degree, I guess. But so now also with that movie, that the thing was, I was curious on how, like you said, like how they brought back Captain Jack Sparrow, right?
Right.
So myself, like, if you think you take him out of the movie, does it still make sense?
It still does make sense, but see, the problem with that is they made him an intricate part of the movie, but not the main character of the movie.
Yeah.
Because to me, if you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
except for the last two movies, Captain Jack Sparrow was the lead in the movie regardless.
Yeah.
In the last two movies, he wasn't really the lead. He was just a supporting character.
Yeah.
He had information that they needed.
Yeah.
That was all. So, could the movie done without him? Sure. The movie almost did without him in the last one. But once again, he was a supporting character.
Yeah, it was just like, that was just a movie that
Dead Man Tell No Tales he was a supporting character again.
Yeah. And who was the main villain in that one again?
That one was, what's his name?
It was Blackbeard, right? Yeah, it was Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think it was. No, it wasn't Blackbeard. It was, he's a French pirate though. It wasn't Blackbeard.
Okay. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I could have sworn it was. Maybe I'm getting wrong, mixed up, but that's how much I'm just like, this shit don't make no damn sense.
Well, like I said, the last movie to me made no sense because it was how to save. What's his name? I forgot his name just that quick. Orlando Bloom's character.
Damn. See, now you got me forgetting about his damn name. But yeah, we'll get there. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
It was basically how to save his life, how to release him from the curse.
Got you.
But the funniest thing about it was his mama was nowhere to be seen. His wife was nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
Elizabeth Swann wasn't in the movie.
I was looking for Blackbeard and which one was he in, and I can't really find the one Spanish crew, Barbosa Spanish crew.
Barbosa,
led by the Spaniard, but this is Black Pearl though.
Okay,
I mean, it is Blackbeard who was in this one.
Was it actually Blackbeard?
Yeah,
it says that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking at right now. But I'm just. Let me see. It was It's a Pirate's Life for Me, Savory. No, where the hell is it at? All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm over here.
It's okay, but you know, my thing is this: if everything is surrounding Jack Sparrow, granted, he's a hell of a character. I love it, but if you're going to keep Jack Sparrow around, he's got to be the lead. He can't be a supporting character.
On Stranger Tides.
No, that's Blackbeard.
That's Blackbeard.
Yeah, we're talking about Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Okay, then.
He's got to be the lead character. He can't be just a side note or a character of information. That's all I'm saying. The Pirates of the Caribbean that's his character. That's what that's all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can have the story of Orlando Bloom's character. I do hate that I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But his character's son is the main character of the movie. Him and the girl who's actually Barbossa's daughter.
Which was
strange.
Strange.
You're throwing characters out there now that don't make that really have no connection to your audience.
Yeah.
Now I could see if you'd have introduced his character in Stranger Tides.
Yeah.
You could have done that.
But you didn't.
He could, in Stranger Tides, he could have been the one who found Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Not his old girlfriend.
Yeah. It just didn't sit right with me.
It didn't.
It didn't.
The last two movies really didn't, like I said, they didn't do anything for the franchise. But I really think that the fourth one, On Stranger Tides, kind of put the boot to the franchise's neck.
I think the last two. I think you could have stopped after 3, which was World's End. I think you could have.
I think the last one was trying to bring it back.
It's dead. Leave it alone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think four put the boot on the neck, and they were like, okay, let's lift the boot a little. That's why it took 6 years to make it.
Yeah.
But it didn't help the situation any.
It didn't. I think you could have ended off at 3. Like I said, you have the 3, especially when you give them subtitles, and the subtitle number 3 is At World's End. It's like,
Well,
it's the end of the world, y'all. So what? I mean, after the world's end, that means as far as you can go.
right.
That's it. Now I got Stranger Time. This is weird shit. I think they were just trying to do too much. They were trying to put too much, as you like to say, lore in all this different things, and it was just fucking stupid to me. So I mean,
I like the lore in the last one.
Okay.
Where they were looking for Poseidon's trident.
Okay.
I did actually have, the storyline to me was okay. But it was like the idea was lacking.
But that's okay. But what I'm saying though, over Poseidon's trident is one thing, but now that's over the fucking fountain of youth.
Right.
Like that I'm like, come on. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense to me. And we didn't get no stories of like Jack's son. I mean not Jack's son, but
you forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name too now. I remember. Oh my God. Bootstrap Bill's son. Bootstraps. Anyway, William Turner.
William Turner.
There you go. Thank you. We finally got it again.
Bootstrap Bill.
Yeah,
that's what clicked it for me.
Yeah. So William Turner's son. We
and
never get
Elizabeth
Will's son's son, and we don't get that after the 10 year he comes back and all this stuff. Like we don't get that really. Like
right.
You know what I mean? Which is I feel a misstep. So that takes me into the next section where we're going to talk about what should it have done. Like, what would you like to have seen done within this series?
Well, like I was stating before when we were looking up stuff, they could have put William Turner's son in Stranger Tides.
Okay.
I think if you're trying to connect the movies, connect the movies. Don't like I said, don't use your main character as the support. Use your main character as the main character. And then if you don't want the story to be basically about him, he's still the main character of the movie, but now you're introducing other characters.
Yeah.
So that way, when you go to make Dead Man Tell No Tales, you understand where this kid came from.
Yeah.
You understand where this girl came from. That to me is where the misstep was.
Yeah.
You're just saying, oh, Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann had a kid. Well, where did he come from?
Well,
how did he grow up?
Remember, it did fast forward. I forgot which movie. It fast forward at the end, showing Will coming back on the boat on the Black Pearl. I mean, not the Black Pearl, but
the Davy Jones.
Davy Jones's boat.
Yeah.
The Flying Dutchman. On the Flying Dutchman, and you
after
see this,
the 10 years.
Yeah, and you see the scene of his son coming up with Elizabeth. You know what I mean?
At the end of the last movie.
At the end of that last movie,
because he had made the wish.
Yeah.
I'm saying, how old is this kid in this movie of Dead Men Tell No Tales, and how far in advance? Because they never give you a time span.
Yeah.
Of when Will Turner took over the Flying Dutchman and when this kid is born.
Well, yes, did it said 10 years? It was in the lore of the movie. He can come back every 10 years.
Right, but how old is this kid?
10.
Because in Dead Men Tell No Tales, he was older than 10.
Well, yeah, he was older than 10, but I'm saying like.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. How old is this kid? Because he looked like he was 30.
At that point, it really don't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, right?
Well, it does, because if he's 30 years old, that means Jack Sparrow's 30 years older.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Because of how Will's son aged, he should have aged as well. You know what I mean? If it's 30 years going by, then that means Jack Sparrow, is
30 years older.
30 years older.
And Elizabeth Swann is 30 years older. But she looks like she was the same age she was when World's End went off.
That was a mistake, right? That was a literal mistake. Maybe they didn't think nobody was going to catch that. Was like, hey, as a person of the Flying Dutchman,
right? He's not going to age.
Yeah, you're not going to come back. Which is funny to me, because now when you think about it, that's the real fountain of youth, is being part of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, if you can,
but you can't be with people,
right?
You know what I mean?
Well, you have to be the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
You gotta be the captain.
You can't just be part of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah,
because you become part of the boat.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you get ferried on to the afterlife.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the captain of the Flying Dutchman, like you said, that is the fountain of youth.
Yeah. Because
you're not going to age, and the minute the curse is broken, you're the same age you were when you took over as captain.
Because technically, they're not really. That's another thing that makes sense, right? Because when you're a part of the Flying Dutchman, right? But they say you're a part of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're dead either.
Well, no, you stave off death.
You stave off death. So but they bet years.
Well, no.
When they were doing that, remember that bed in years?
Right, no. But what it is when you become a member of a crew of the Flying Dutchman, you're staving off death because when they take you on, you're about to die.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's it. So you're about to die. So you're staving off death, and you pledge so many years to the Dutchman. And as the years go by, that's why when Davy Jones was the captain of the Dutchman, it was actually a curse instead of him doing his job.
Well, remember, he got cursed because he wasn't doing his job.
Well,
that's why he turned into that little squid thing. Yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So in that case, when Will took over, if you watch the end of that particular one, because to me, At World's End and Dead Man's Chest were a part 1 and part 2 for me.
Okay.
But at the end, when he took over, then you saw the barnacles fall off of people, and they were back to normal.
They were normal because the curse was over because I got you.
So
you take on the form of your captain for the most part,
right? Well, you
not
take
form, but
you take on the what's the word I'm looking for? The conscience of your captain.
Yeah.
And Will Turner was not that kind of captain.
Yeah. But I'm saying, so for me, like I said, that was the missed opportunity.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of missed opportunities.
A lot of missed opportunities, and I think the missed opportunity was, like you said, I think seeing his son grow up and what he went through, that drama. Now you can make it about the kid who's growing up, knowing that his father is coming back every 10 years, that he's the captain of the Flying Dutchman. Now you're seeing that dynamic. Maybe, how does Elizabeth work in this situation? And I know it sounds dumb. It sounds like it's taking it away from a pirate movie, but not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can always do that and then fast forward in that movie to now he's 20 years old. Maybe Elizabeth is old or passed away.
Right.
And, whatever the case may be. And maybe we still have Captain Jack Sparrow who kind of looks like an uncle situation.
Right.
Not there, but he always makes sure he's okay.
He's okay, right.
But the kid don't know that's his real, that's Captain Jack Sparrow or something like that. I don't know.
And with Elizabeth, like you said, it kind of takes away from being a pirate movie, but it doesn't. She's the pirate king.
Yeah, and that's another thing that he can you can fight. You know what I mean? Like now you can have if she's technically the pirate king,
right?
That means pirate prince. I don't know how long you're the king for. It doesn't
you're pirate king until they vote you out.
Until they vote you out. And so if this was a thing where people maybe there's a battle now becomes her movie with him,
with Jack Sparrow,
and the kid,
yeah,
and learning he can be the next in line. I don't know if they can do a lineage situation.
She's still even though she's the pirate king, she's still the captain of, I think it's the Japanese. Chow Yun-Fat's characters, his pirates. She's still their captain. So the question becomes, she can be on land every 10 years with Will Turner, but she's a pirate. She has a ship. She doesn't have to be with him every 10 years.
Well, and that's what I was saying, though. That could be the thing, too. Like, if they never put a stigma, they didn't put a law or a lore in the movie about her needing to be a certain age, or if she dies, that's when she's done.
Right.
But can she pass it on? If that was in the lore of the movie, she can pass it on. She wants to pass it on to her son.
The captainship?
The captain, I'm talking about being the pirate king.
Oh, well, no, that has to be voted on. Oh. The pirate king has to be voted.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it only has to be voted that one time. But
no, it has to be voted. When the king dies, you have to vote in a new new king.
Okay, whatever. If that's the case, then within that lore of the movie,
right?
If that's the case, then I think it would still a missed opportunity for his son, Will's son,
right?
To be like, mom's about to die. I want to take over her place as being pirate king, but yet I have all these different entities, maybe other people that grew up on these boats and stuff like that, and they're fighting against them, and they're fighting for votership. And it just now becomes a situation, and you still got the British or whatever trying to come in and trying to do stuff. Try to prove themselves and all this. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no,
that could have been happening. Whole different story.
But we could have had that whole story without even the Pirate King. Let's say, for example, after they finished all that, they don't need the Pirate King anymore. They can go back to what they were doing. So they vote for her to absolve the Pirate King again. she's still the captain.
Yeah.
Which means she could make her son the captain because captains are passed on.
Yeah.
So,
and then that could have been a story of him trying to find the fountain of youth.
Or that could have been him trying to find any way to get his dad back.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe you need to go to the fountain of youth. That's a switching life for life. It does that. And if he drinks it, then, you know, like, I want, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So there's
a lot of missed opportunities.
There was some missed opportunities
to introduce new characters.
That's true.
Instead of just throwing them on us.
Just throwing us on. And they were just like, we're going to throw you all these, you know, famous characters that we bring in Blackbeard and all this stuff. Which
I didn't have a
Jones.
problem with Blackbeard. It was just, like I said, the story just missed.
But Blackbeard had powers and shit, I guess. Whatever. But nobody else had powers. The sword gave him powers. I guess it was a sword. Yeah, it was a sword. It was a sword that gave him powers or whatever it may be. But all right. So, but here we go, man. Now you know we gotta go into this segment.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you, which movie would you like to rewatch? Which one do you regret? And which one is the retake? No, I'm sorry. How did I say that? Rewatch. Which one do you want to rewatch? Which one do you want to remake? And which one do you regret? I'm sorry.
Okay, well, if you've been listening to the podcast, you know that the regret one is Stranger Tides.
Stranger Tides, obviously. Yep.
Rewatch would probably be the original.
Okay.
Curse of the Black Pearl, because I think to me it was a great movie.
Gotcha.
Remake, I think because of the missed opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to pick the same movie that I'm regretting.
Okay.
Just because of the missed opportunities in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it would either be, you're not going to like this, it would either be 3 or 4. So it would either be World's End or...
Pick one, man.
Okay, so it's 4.
Okay, pick one, 4. All right, cool.
Because to me, if I can remake 4 the way I want to remake it, then 5 makes sense and 5 doesn't become a sucky-ass movie.
Okay, gotcha. well, 5 was the last movie. That wasn't a sucky movie. That was...
Well, it was so disconnected. That's why I said it was...
Yeah.
It wasn't...
You know. But that was not the one you regretted.
No. 4 is the one I regretted because so if I'm telling you if 5 was a sucky ass movie, you know 4 had to be garbage.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, so to me, to fix the continuity and everything about it, I would remake the one I regret.
Gotcha.
What about you?
So for me, rewatch the second one.
The third one?
No, the third one at World's End. Because I like that. I love that scene. I kind of regret obviously watching Stranger Tides. That was just like so fucking stupid. So stupid. But the funny thing is, I remember that movie though. So
it's because it was that bad.
But maybe that's the reason. And I don't remember anything for the most part from 5.
I remember a lot of 5.
So I'm actually going to regret 5 and remake 4.
Just so you don't have to regret 5 in the
exactly. Because I'm just like, I don't remember anything from 5.
You don't remember the bank heist?
No, I don't remember none of that shit. Like now you saying it slowly coming back. Okay.
That was the opening scene.
But I don't exactly. That's how to me that's how bad it was.
Right.
But I think that I like the idea of the movie of which they're trying to get, to the Fountain of Youth. Because I always like a Fountain of Youth type of movie.
Right.
I just didn't like how they went about doing it.
And like I was saying in that instance for you, just to kind of give you, some clarity on that, just to clear that up. The Fountain of Youth was more, like I said, it's easy to get to because there's so many harder things that go along with it.
Yeah.
Like the 2 chalices.
Yeah.
Really? It's just 2 of these things in the whole wide world, and you got to find them. The tear from a mermaid.
Yeah.
I can find the Fountain of Youth all day. These other 2 things I got to find to go along with it makes it a moot point to find the Fountain of Youth.
But they were always right there, though. So it's like that was the hot spot.
The French found it just by walking by it.
Yeah. It was stupid. And I mean, I don't know if we'll ever do this movie. Maybe we will, but it's always like there's always plot holes. But I'm only going to say it. Let's not go into too much. All right, because I know how you are. Like that was like how I felt about like Indiana Jones, right?
Oh, don't you go there?
Not Indiana Jones. Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Which one? The last one?
No, when he has to get the cup.
The first one?
That's the first one, right? No, that's the first one or second one?
No. That's the last one. That's the Last Crusade.
With his dad?
Yeah, that's
You
the Last
sure?
Crusade.
You sure?
I'm positive.
It ain't the last one. There's
It's called the Last Crusade.
Oh, it's called the Last Crusade. But
No,
anyway,
the Dial of Destiny is the last one.
so the only reason I bring that movie up is because at least in that movie, it seemed like it was a little harder to get to the Holy Grail. But in my mind, when they get to the fucking Holy Grail and they gotta pick through all the cups,
Right.
like there literally was only one cup that made fucking sense.
Right.
For anybody who
what?
knew Jesus, I guess I swear like I knew Jesus personally or something. But
no, but that's why it made sense.
Yeah.
Because anybody who's looking for
A person of faith.
a person of faith is going to know that the cup of Christ is not made of gold.
Yeah.
Anybody who's looking for the legend
Yeah.
is going to be like, okay, so the cup of the King of Kings, who, when you make that kind of statement, is looking for something so flamboyant.
Okay, I guess. But I'm saying, but anyway, long story short, it was better
Yeah.
the way it was. But hey, man, first of all, thank you, Kills, for coming on the podcast. We appreciate you all the time.
No problem.
And so we just did the reslating the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And like I said, if you haven't watched them, go ahead and watch them. And let us know and comment down below which one's your favorite. Shit, maybe we're mixing up some stuff. Or no, Strange Ties.
No. But your opinion matters. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Your opinion does matter. Maybe you didn't like the first one. That's completely
That's right.
understandable.
All right, y'all. Well, this is us signing off, man. It's been the Reslate Podcast. We'll see you when you see you.
Peace.